Hey, welcome back to the Nansera Wellness YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing yoga for strong knees and also yoga for knee pain. Maybe for some reason could be posture, or you stand too much without doing movement, or maybe it's arthritis, or situations or reasons out of your control. You have knee pain, or your knees are weak and you want to strengthen them, or you want to alleviate the pain. This is the yoga flow for you. It's beginner friendly, so no need to worry. You might need props like 2 blocks, but that's it. That said, if you're new here, kindly subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Say hi in the comment section. What's your favorite part? Or say something. All right, let's get started. We're going to come to the top of our mats. Feet are going to be hip distance apart, grounding the toes into the mat, maybe even gripping. Lengthen into the spine, tailbone is tucked in. Close your eyes. Let's start with a bit of centering, just arriving for our practice. Breathing in and out through the nose, lips are sealed. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. And when you're ready, blinking your eyes open, release your hands alongside your hips. We're going to start with sucking in the kneecaps. So we're basically going to contract our quads and suck the kneecaps in, then release. Suck them in and release. Breathe out. 2 more like this. And slowly release. Now we're going to come into calf raises. We peel the heels off the mat and suck the kneecaps in and then release. Heels up, kneecaps up, release. Let's go for 3 more here. Just trying to get into our quads. You know, the knee joint doesn't have many muscles. So in order to strengthen it, we need to strengthen the muscles around it. And release. Well done. Now we're going to do knee bending. If balance is a challenge for you, maybe if you're close to a wall, you can lean on a wall, or you can even sit down and then reach for the back of your right thigh. Then we're going to lengthen and bend. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen, bend. If you're standing, try not to bend too much, yeah? When we bend, basically we come back to the start position. And now we're going to draw circles. Let's try to not move anything else but the leg. So not even the ankle joint is moving. In fact, flex into the ankle joint to control its movement. The thigh is easy to control, especially that you're holding onto it. And then to the opposite direction. Breathe. And release. Then onto the second side, same thing. Lengthen and bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, and bend. And again, we draw circles to one direction. Foot is flexed, grabbing onto the thigh to stabilize it so that the movement is isolated and targeted to the knee. To the opposite direction, same thing. Feel like it's moving. Okay, now it's not moving. Very nice. Well done. Slowly release. Return back to the top of the mat. You're going to send your arms overhead. And then from here, we're going to sink into a chair pose, but we're going to keep it mild, especially if you're having knee pain. If you don't have knee pain, feel free to go deeper into your utkatasana. But if you have knee pain, don't go that far. And make sure when you look down in your chair pose, when you're in chair pose, make sure you can see your big toes. If you don't see your big toes, that means your knees are going so forward. So move them slightly back and you can lift up a bit. That's okay. Let's go 3 more rounds here in chair pose. Exhale on the way up. Return back to chair. Bring your hands to upright in front of your chest. Tuck your tailbone in. Weight is in your heels. Maybe the toes fly off the mat. And now you're going to ground into your right foot, lift the left leg up and step it all the way back. Adjust into warrior two. Make sure the back foot is in line with the front foot. Actually, the arch, the middle is in line with the front foot. Open into warrior two. Make sure your knee is not going over your ankle. It can be a 90-degree or slightly back, but never over the ankle, okay? Breathe here. Your arms are in a T-shape looking over your right fingertips. And now from here, we're going to send our arms back, peel the back heel of the mat and come into a high lunge for one breath. And then lean forward, maybe shorten the stance, come into Superman pose and breathe. And again, you can deepen into the bend, strengthening the leg, the right leg even more. Suck the left kneecap in, strengthening the left quads. And from here, we're going to bring our hands to prayer, lean forward even more, and come to warrior three. Option to reach for your blocks in your Virabhadrasana 3. And we're going to go into curtsy touches. Bend the back knee, touch it to the calf of the right, and lengthen, and bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, and bend. And now from here, we're going to step the left foot alongside the right. Once again, we're going to come back to our Utkatasana. And now from our chair pose, we're going to lift the right leg up this time and step it all the way back, returning back to Virabhadrasana 2 on the second side. Look at your feet, take care to adjust. Knee shouldn't go over the left ankle. Arms are in a T-shape looking over your left middle finger. Breathe here. Keep opening that left knee out to the left. Deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Suck the right kneecap in. One more inhale here. Heavy out the exhale. Sink deeper. Next inhale, send your arms overhead. Peel the back heel of the mat. Coming to a high lunge for one breath. And on the exhale, we're going to go forward into a Superman. High lunge for one breath, and then lean forward for Superman and breathe. Deep inhale, grounding the right leg into the mat. Should feel fire. Suck the right kneecap in, bending into that left knee. And from here, we're going to come into warrior three. Option to use your props in your Virabhadrasana 3. Keeping your hips square. Bend the knees, touch back knee to calf, and lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend for 3, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bring the foot back, and again, return back to your Utkatasana, all the way up. And hands to a prayer in front of your chest. Now for this next pose, if you have knee pain, please skip it or keep it as mild as possible. Otherwise, you're going to open your feet out wide, toes facing out, heels facing in. You're going to bend a whole lot and bring your palms under your feet. If you're unable to reach for your feet, then come onto your blocks. You can use your blocks. You can change the setting to whatever works best for you. If you're using blocks, imagine your blocks like your feet and hold on to them, otherwise fingers under the feet. And now we're going to lengthen and drop into our wind release pose. Lengthen and bend. And again, you don't have to go as deep as I'm going. You can also stop here, that's okay, and lengthen and bend. And with more mobility built in your hips, the deeper you'll be able to go to. And all the way down, release everything into the mat. Amazing. And now I want you to come to a pancake. It doesn't really have to be so wide, honestly, just for as long as you're comfortable. You're going to bring your hands between your right to frame your right thigh. And now you're going to suck the right kneecap in and lift up for 1, 2, 3, and release. Turn to the left and lift up, suck the kneecap, and 3, 2, and 1. Release the knee back into the leg, back into the mat. Back to the right. Lift up for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. To the left. Suck it in for 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Final round. To the right. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower. To the left. 3, 2, and 1. Very beautiful. Bring your legs back together. Find yourself in a lying position on your mat. And now from here, we're going to send the legs up. Bend the knees. Straighten out. And all the way up. Flex your feet. Bend your knees. Send them back. Point your toes. And raise all the way up. Flex. Bend. Straight knees. Rise up. And now we're going to reverse the setting. Lower the legs. Bend the knees. Flex the feet towards the face. All the way up. Point your toes. Lower the legs. Bend the knees. Flex into the feet. And raise them up. Point toes. Lower. Flex and bend the knees towards the chest. Lengthen. Point the toes. Lower. And all the way back. Very nice. And now to close off our practice, we're going to send the legs up, keeping a micro bend in the knees for our waterfall pose. You can do it like this, but if you're looking for a restorative version, I think it's best to find a wall and send the legs up. And just stay there for as long as is comfortable or possible. You can even open your legs out wide. Also, you can use a block or pillow as an extension. I like doing it this way. It's so good, but normally with a pillow. So you just put your lower back on it and then send the legs up so the heart is higher than the head. It feels so good. And stay here, breathe. You're basically reversing the flow of blood and taking the pressure off the knee joints, which is so good for them. They get to relax, all the muscles relax, releases tension in the process. Feel free to stay here as long as you want or possible for you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I wish for you good health and happiness. Namaste.